Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. Today, I am 32 years old, and yes, Bean, and I'm just having a regular day, and it's thank you, Yahuah, for another year on this earth that you created. We are on third Enoch. It says 16. It's XVI. It says chapter 16:1. Probably additional, it said. Metatron divested of his privilege of presiding on a Tilirone. It's Tlirone. Tilirone of his own on account of Acre's misapprehension in taking him for a second divine power. R. Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, the glory of all heaven, Shamayim, said to me, At first I was sitting upon a great throne at the door of the seventh hall, and I was judging the children of heaven, or Shamayim, the household on high, by authority of the Kodesh One, blessed be he. And I divided greatness, kingship, dignity, rulership, honor, and praise, and diadem and crown of glory unto all the princes of kingdoms, while I was presiding. It says LIT period sitting in the celestial court, Yeshiva, and the princes of kingdoms were standing before me on my right and on my left by authority of the Kodesh One, blessed be he. But when Acre came to behold the vision of the Merkabah and fixed his eyes on me, he feared and trembled before me, and his soul was affrighted, even unto departing from him because of fear, horror, and dread of me. When he beheld me sitting upon a throne like a king, with all the ministering angels standing beside me, standing by me as my servants, and all the princes of kingdoms adorned with crowns surrounding me. In that moment he opened his mouth and said, Indeed, there are two divine powers in heaven, or Shamayim. Forthwith Bath Kol, or Bath Kol, it's Qol, the divine voice, went forth from Shamayim, or heaven, from before the Shekinah, and said, Return, ye backsliding children. Jeremiah 1:22. Except Acre. Then came Aniel, the prince, the honored, glorified, beloved, wonderful, revered, and fearful one, in commission from the Kodesh One, blessed be he, and gave me 60 strokes with lashes of fire, and made me stand on my feet. Chapter 17. The princes of the seven heavens, or the seven Shamayims, of the sun, moon, planets, and constellations, and their suites of angels. R. Ishmael said, Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, the glory of all heavens, said to me, 7 are the princes, the great, beautiful, revered, wonderful, and honored ones, who are appointed over the 7 heavens, and these are they, Michael, Gabriel, Shakkiel, Bachariel, Bad Ariel, and Pakriel, and every one of them is the prince of the hosts of one heaven. And each one of them is accompanied by 496,000 myriads of ministering angels. Michael, the great prince, is appointed over the 7th heaven, the highest one, which is the Arabath. Gabriel, the prince of the host, is appointed over the 6th heaven, which is in Makon. Shadakiel, the prince of the host, is appointed over the 5th heaven, which is in Maon. Shahakiel, prince of the host, is appointed over the 4th heaven, which is Zebul. Bad Ariel, prince of the host, is appointed over the 3rd heaven, which is Shahachim. Barakiel, prince of the hosts, is appointed over the 2nd heaven, which is in the height of Merom, Rakia. Pasriel, prince of the host, is appointed over the first heaven, which is in Wilson, which is in Shamayim. Okay, that's a little odd that they switched the terminology here, because everywhere else it says heaven, and then here it says Shamayim. So it's a little mysterious or wondrous that they would have Shamayim here, which means heaven, but everywhere else it just says heaven. He is. Under them is Galial. He's laying down. The prince who is appointed over the globe, Gal of the sun. And with him are 96 great and honored angels who move the sun in Rakia. Under them is Ophaniel, the prince who is set over the globe, Ophari of the moon. And with him are 88 angels who move the globe of the moon, 354,000 parasangs every night at the time when the moon stands in the east at its turning point. And when is the moon sitting in the east at its turning point? Answer: in the 15th day of every month. Under them is Rahatiel, the prince who is appointed over the constellations. And he is accompanied by 72 great and honored angels. And why is he called Rahatiel? Because he makes the stars run, Marhit, in their orbits and courses, 339,000 parasangs every night from the east to the west and from the west to the east. For the Kodesh one, blessed be he, has made a tent for all of them, for the sun, the moon, the planets, and the stars, in which they travel at night from the west to the east.